All right, guys, I want to show you a new mode that Revolution Sonar RS1 transducer aiming system has. It's called waypoint mode. If you set a active waypoint and you go into waypoint mode, it will aim the transducer at the waypoint and hold it no matter where the boat moves. Now, if you have multiple GPS sources on your boat, the RS1 is smart enough to know which antenna is the one on the bow. It's going to be the one furthest away from all your others. It will know and to pick that antenna. So you don't have to do anything on setup. All you have to do is put it in waypoint mode, set an active waypoint, and you're good to go. It will always remember the last waypoint you set. So anytime you go into waypoint mode, it's gonna automatically remember that last waypoint. If you're 5 miles down the lake and you set a waypoint and you move 5 miles back up the lake, it's gonna still aim at that last waypoint that you set until you set another waypoint. I'm going to go into waypoint and show you how it works. We are in manual mode right now, which is 3 green LED lights. Anywhere we move, the RS1 is where the transducer is aiming. If we want to go into waypoint mode, let's go into compass mode. I'm going to push compass mode. Once you're in compass mode, hold down your left button. Now it's in waypoint mode. Wherever the last waypoint that I set is aiming at that waypoint. The boat is moving around. We're moving. We're on spotlight, but it's a little windy out here, and the boat is going to move. The transducer is still holding that waypoint. We're going to set our own waypoint. That's very easy to do. You can do a couple different ways. I'm going to show you one way. Let's just say you want to. You can click right there. All right, say you want a waypoint right there. You can just go to, and that set an active waypoint. Wants to know if I want to engage the trolling motor to go there. I'm going to go cancel, no. So we have an active waypoint set over there, which is that direction. Now the RS1 is pointing over there. So as the boat moves, it's going to hold it. Now if I want to do another one, let's just set one here. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put it in go to. Now watch our RS1. It moved right over there to it. So it's not quite at 3 o'clock. So you can see that that's the direction that it's aiming. Maybe you can see it a little bit better if I hold the camera further apart. Let's set one right there. Okay, watch, I'm gonna go to, and there the RS1 is pointing at that active waypoint that I just set. We're just gonna move the boat around. And it's holding that waypoint. So anywhere we move that boat, the RS1 is going to aim at that waypoint. The waypoint is off to our starboard side. Right here we are, over there's our waypoint. There's our RS1. I want to show you how to mark a piece of structure, set a waypoint on it, on a brush pile, so the RS1 will aim at the brush pile. I'm going to show you how to do this. I'm going to show you how to do it on your live scope. Right now we are in manual mode, right? So if we do a short left click, that puts us in trolling motor mirror. We do another short click, that puts us in compass mode. So we're in compass mode right now. So if we want to get into waypoint mode, we're going to do a long left button press, and that's going to put us in waypoint mode. Okay. Now it remembers the last waypoint that we set. So wherever that was, it's over in that direction. So that's the last one that we set. So we want to set a new waypoint. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take it out of waypoint mode. I'm going to just put it in manual mode, and I'm going to look. I know the brush pile. I've got the brush pile right here. Okay. I've got the brush pile right there. We're in manual mode, 3 green LEDs. We've got the trolling motor in spot lock. I'm going to go ahead and get our big screen. I want to get it into live scope. So we'll go ahead and select our LES 34. And right there's a brush pile. So in order to set a waypoint on a piece of structure, we're going to set here, we're going to dial it in with our RS1. We're going to, in manual mode, we're going to dial it in. All right, right there's that brush pile. Right there. All I'm going to do is pause the screen. I'm going to set a waypoint, and I'm setting it at the bottom of the structure. That way it will give us the depths on our waypoint screen when we save them. So we do that. We're going to go right up here on the upper corner, and we're going to do that. We're going to say navigate to, and we're going to go to. Now it's going to ask to engage the trolling motor. We're not going to do that. We're going to cancel. Okay, so we're still in manual mode. So now what I'm going to do is we're going to go into waypoint mode. So I'm going to do a quick right click. Now we're in waypoint mode. So it's going to aim the RS1 at that brush pile, that waypoint that we set. So I'm gonna take us back into the map in our charts, and that waypoint is right in front of us. Now we're off a little bit as far as the GPS. You know, I'm not for sure as far as when we marked it. It could be off just a little bit, but the RS1's not off. So if we want to, there's a look around feature. So we can move this, we can dial that in, fine tune it better. And when we do that, it's gonna keep the RS1 right where we put it at in the look around mode. So no matter where the boat moves, it's going to hold us on that brush pile. Now we're in spot lock. The boat will turn around. I'm going to go ahead and take us off of spot lock. The waypoint is just off our starboard side, over in that direction. This is where that brush pile is. So I'm going to start navigating over to it. And it should hold us right on us. The boat's moving. The RS1 is keeping our transducer aimed right at that brush pile, which is over here now on our port side. So what we'll do is we might just circle around a little bit. We'll circle around. It's still holding us on that brush pile. So as you can see, the bow of the boat is this line right here. Right over there is our waypoint. Which is that green dot is the waypoint. Now, since we did that look around, we dialed it in, so our transducer is actually right there, and that's the waypoint. So we're moving the boat around. We're still on that waypoint. Right back there's our waypoint, which is right over there. That's our waypoint. We're holding it. It's just right off our starboard side. And if you'll look, our distance to the waypoint says 29 feet. We are from the waypoint. And if you can look here, we're on our forward facing sonar. We're right around that 26 to 29 feet away from that brush pile. What we'll do is we'll go ahead and move the boat around a little bit. As you can see, our transducer's still aimed at the waypoint. The waypoint's just right over on our starboard side. So you can sit here and fish, and it'll hold that waypoint. If you want to spot lock the boat, anywhere the boat moves, it's going to still hold us on that waypoint. But what waypoint mode will do is it will let you fish a piece of structure no matter where the boat moves. If we want to take it out of waypoint mode, just a short left click. Now we're in manual mode. Now I'm going to just take and move this thing around. Let's just move the transducer. I'm just moving it. We'll just move it over here on our port side over here at about 9 o'clock. We'll move the transducer over there. Okay. Now if we go back into waypoint mode, it will go right back to that waypoint that we have it in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the active waypoint off. So you go up here, I'm going to cancel it. So I'm going to cancel it. So we don't have an active waypoint on the screen, right? We're in manual mode. I'm going to go back into waypoint mode. It remembered the last waypoint that we were on, so that's where it remembered. All right, so we're still spot locked. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it back off of waypoint mode. I'm going to move the RS1 around. Let's just move it over here. So there's no more brush pile. We're still spot locked. I'm going to put it back into waypoint mode. Now watch. It's going right, it went right to that brush pile. Pretty neat, huh?